Okay, we're going to try again to get to Linda T. McGrew.
You have reached the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Wait while I transfer your call.
It's option 3, 202-307-3198.
General Counsel's office.
Hi, I believe you're in Washington, D.C. I'm trying to get to Linda T. McGrew. And last time I was transferred to somebody's voicemail named John, but I'm trying to get to Linda T. McGrew.
Hold on one second. Good afternoon, Residential Services Division. Mary, may I help you?
Hey, Mary, how you doing? Are you in Washington, D.C.?
Yes, sir.
Great. My name is Rudy Davis, and I think I've got a hold of the right department. I was trying to get a hold of Linda T. McGrew, but I'm calling on behalf of Kent Hovind. He's a prisoner that's currently in the Santa Rosa County Jail, and I've got his Bureau of Prison registration number, if you like.
Hold on one sec.
Okay.
Okay, what exactly you need, sir?
Okay, Pastor Kent Hovind. He's basically he's a Bureau of Prisons inmate. His inmate number is 06452-017.
06452.
Yes, ma'am.
017.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. And we were wondering, he's basically, what I'm about to say is going to sound like, I know how it may sound to you, but I promise you it's true. He's basically been in prison for 8.5 years as an innocent man. They brought up new charges against him recently, but they were all dropped. And he should have gone home in February for what's called home confinement, but all charges have been dropped. And we're trying to find out, like, if he can just be released from prison in Pensacola because he's only half an hour from his house. And if, maybe somebody can tell us what the status is and what can be done to release him, because he has no pending charges. They just recently got dropped in the past 48 hours. And he's a pastor, and there's hundreds of us that are just anxiously awaiting for him to be reunited with his family. And so we're very anxious to understand, what we can do. And he should have been released in February for home confinement, but the reason he wasn't is because of the new charges, but all the new charges were currently dropped. Even the judge put out the latest order, and he's been acquitted of all charges and dismissed. And so we just wanted to try to call the Bureau of Prisons to see if he could be released in Pensacola without moving him all around the country before release.
Hey,
yes, ma'am.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry, get this other line. Hold on one second. I'm
okay.
sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry, I had to get that on the line. Okay, so he's supposed to have been released, and he wasn't?
Yes, ma'am. He was approved when he was in the Berlin facility for home confinement, and that was in February, but the new charges came up, and all of the new charges have been dropped. All of them. He has nothing on him anymore. They've just acquitted and dismissed all the charges. And so our concern is that he's in Pensacola. He's been in Santa Rosa County Jail for the past year. He's been incarcerated for 8.5 years. Many of us believe he's an innocent man. I know that may sound dramatic when you first hear it, but we believe it's true. But he's so close to his home and his family, and all the charges have been dropped. We're just wondering why someone can't make a decision just to let him go home to his family directly from Pensacola without, there's not a need to transport him to Yazoo, Mississippi or anything like that, since he was already approved for a home confinement in February of 2015.
You can call Grand Prairie.
Okay.
That's our Designation and Sentence Computation Center.
Okay.
And then they may be able to tell you what's going on if he was supposed to maybe become released and he's not.
Okay.
The number is 972.
Yes, ma'am.
352.
Okay.
4400.
And it's Grand Prairie?
Yes, it's in Grand Prairie, Texas.
Oh, Grand Prairie, Texas. Yeah, I live in Texas. I'm very familiar with Grand Prairie. Okay.
Well, that's our Designation and Sentence Computation Center.
Is there anybody that's like a director or high-level person that I could ask for when I call them, or?
I'm not sure exactly who to talk to.
Okay.
But they should be able to tell you who, and they might even be able to give you some information of in reference to his release.
Okay, and your name is Mary, and you report to Linda T. McGrew. Is that correct?
I work in her division.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. You've been very helpful, and I'm going to call Grand Prairie right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right, well, there you got it. It's just the Three Stooges, just like Ken Hovind said. You got this person pointing over here, and this person pointing over here, and this person pointing over here, and we don't know who's going on, and we got to follow the policy, and hadn't got the paperwork yet, and got to call Grand Prairie, but it was approved in Berlin, and we got to send them to Yazoo, Mississippi, and the judge pointing at the defense attorney, and the defense attorney doesn't know what's going on, and absolutely insane. And all the time, we got Ken Hovind, one of the brightest Christian minds on planet Earth, sitting in a jail cell in an orange jumpsuit.